Please, for exposure. For exposure.
I should do it again sometime.
Revive for revive.
What's up? My PB is 5338.
I got C54.
Now I can wear 4 pairs of underwear. This is great. Ten jellyfish today. I'm going fishing.
Please give me a sub. I'll do anything.
Oh, I missed. Show's reset.
Please. Mom said if I asked nicely. Go. Please.
All in new time.
Bro, please. Please. Dude, like, I need a sub. Please? Gotta say, man, this is definitely me when I want a gift sub. When I'm asking for a sub in Shift's chat.
First try this. I'm gonna go.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. This is definitely me when I'm asking for V-Bucks in Shift's chat. Yo, I'm not gonna lie.
Here's another one.
Yeah, thank you, Skiv. You know what's crazy?
This is so hard.
You know, a week from now, I'm gonna start saying, I graduate next month. Now that's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
It's just fucking impossible.
Now this is epic.
What is it, a joke? Ha ha ha. 10 minutes to get a jellyfish. Why?
When it's April, I'll be able to say next month.
Fucking thank you.
Do-si-do and around you go.
We'll bring it back. It's okay. Just right here.
One-eared pheasant.
See, there's a sub. I can see that when I get the next spatula. Oh, that was terrible.
Now I can wear 4 pairs of underwear. This is great.
Yo, Jimmy, thank you for the 4 months. Welcome back, and thank you for the resub, dude.
Number 1 in the Bikini Bottom scavenger hunt. 3 years running.
I'm surprised that worked.
You just met the SpongeBob.
Also, Jim, I see you've been running this game. It's actually pretty cool. It's good to have you back.
You've just met the
I'll suck as much cock as I need to get my gift sub. You heard him, boys. Yeah, Jim, there's a lot of shit going on right now with like tournaments and stuff for CBC.
Number 1 in the Bikini Bottom scavenger hunt. 3 years running. Thank you.
I really want to see some people like rise up and get like sub-hour in that category. It's like super doable. It's honestly like getting a sub 110 in battle, 80%, no SBA. Got it right the third time.
Now the robot's taking a beating out there. The robot better change tactics and back.
Yeah, because that's going to be the tournament category, CVC. That's what all the races are going to be from now on. We tried no SBA and it worked pretty well, but it can be so much more interesting with the CVC, for sure.
The robot's losing its head. What a shocking takedown by Patrick.
No, there's blindfolded would not be a competitive category. You can run the game blindfolded if you want, but there's no leaderboard category for playing with a blindfold on, no. Yo, gaming guy Gurd, thank you for the gift sub to the beggar. I appreciate that, man. Being kind to homeless people, PogChamp. Bro, you serious? Even he doesn't believe it. Even he's like, what the fuck? Why would you do that?
Wow, I've never seen
The beggar.
The old clothesline move. Whoa, what an opening for a guy literally filled with openings. Oh, what an uppercut.
I wish I had a sub, man.
By SpongeBob. This match is just about
Ah, rats. Maybe I'll get it next time. You heard him, boys. Start sucking. Start sucking that cock. What's up, kitty? Will suck cock for 52. Wow. That's actually an emote on this website. Holy shit.
do-si-do and around you go.
Yo, Fork, thank you for the 3 months, man. What's up? Welcome back, man. Alright, man. Peace. Thanks for watching. I gotta fill up my water container. This round. Yo, Copper, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 12 months. Enjoy your diamond badge, man. Thanks for watching.
Shit, I actually just got a fucking...
Let's go.
That's embarrassing.
Because you need 40 spatulas to get into the Robopatrick. And it's one of the fastest spatulas to get before that, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Diamond is now 1 year. Yeah. Well, the reason why I did wall jumping there was because my Xbox 360 wasn't capable of getting that high. I had like a glitch on my emulator. Xbox 360 is an emulator. So like, there's an emulation glitch with 360 where like sometimes you can't get enough height. So I just did the wall jumps instead. When I got an original Xbox, I started doing this. Yeah. Did they? I don't know. I never used that, I guess I use it, but I never noticed it. Krusty Krab is right before Industrial Park, kind of like how we do 100%. I'm surprised that worked, especially with the dropped input. Yeah, that was fucking terrible. I don't know why I went for that. That was really stupid. Absolute throw. Absolute throw. That was really dumb. I should not have gone for that. Oh yeah, that's fucking dead. What's up, Fantastic? Well, just lost 20 seconds. Fun. Like, I'm learning though. I'm still kind of learning what to go for and what not to go for. The pacing of this run is so much better though, having that hard trick in the middle of the Murmur makes it so much more interesting of a segment. No. No, I just lost. Losing 20 seconds on that trick is 5 seconds slower than even rerouting the game at all, so I actually lost time. This is now 5 seconds slower than just not doing early prawn. The bowl thing, I don't even know. It feels easier than the other thing. Because if you get it, you don't miss the trigger. You just don't miss it. Just a matter of getting the ball. Yeah, I doubled my time loss because I fucking tried to salvage one that was really bad. Definitely not. It feels so much easier. I mean, you're just witnessing me miss it and run, so it looks more precise.
Fuck! I can't fucking get it fucking
Like, once you get the bowling shot in the right position, you know you got it. There's no question whether you got it or not. Like, I know as soon as I see myself push off that ledge and get the jump, I'm like, all right, I got it. Like, there's no question whether I got it now. That's why I like it more, because it's so much less risky. 'Cause if you miss the other one, you gotta climb all the way back up. Stupid. I've been doing the trick for 5 days, so I'm not very good at it, but I mean, it's doable. Definitely takes a lot longer than 5 days to get good at a trick like that. No. And even if you could do that, it wouldn't be useful. The spatula doesn't give you the bubble ball, so there's no point.
There's nothing like this.
This is fucking retarded. I don't understand. Why am I not making this? Whatever. I guess it doesn't.
I hate that so much.
I feel like I should be.
Alright, peace out, man. Thanks for watching. Yeah, it's
Looks like SpongeBob's in
it's
for a
crazy
rough
how
ride.
fast this game dropped. How much harder it got too. Like we already thought this game was hard enough, but like
Great
goddamn.
barrier reef.
it just got so much harder recently.
How many fucking times am I gonna die this instead of just literally
Ow! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. That's the ticket. Do-si-do and around you go. Now the robot's taking a beating out there.
What got harder? Faster movement, harder cruise boosts, harder tricks, more tricks, more one frames. I feel like people don't remember that like KVLC was not a thing before the first 53 happened. Like all the kelp forest optimizations happened after 53 happened. Like kelp forest was an actual cakewalk segment. When the first 53 happened, it was just free.
I am so fucking triggered.
That hot goo could melt anything. Oh, that's gotta sting.
This is a fucking fun.
Yeah, art skip was way after. Art skip was like 2 months after.
This is so
One more douse with that stuff, and SpongeBob will be back in the ring.
This is such a fucking joke.
I should have gone for the
Look at
swinger.
that! The robot's made himself dizzy. That does it. SpongeBob is back in the fight. Oh, that was a doozy.
Fresh like a spring breeze.
How many times am I gonna ride it? 5, 6 times? 10 minutes.
That's why I propose, like lag clipping is just a type of like pause clipping is a type of lag clipping. More specifically, it's pause clipping. Much like thunder clipping, like the clouds and stuff, and like sound clipping. or music clipping, whatever it's called. There are different ways to lag clip.
Do-si-do and around you go. And the robot is down. The robot better check.
Cool. See what happens in Nutland.
Oh, oh.
Yo, why is this segment not called Foreplay, by the way? I should really change this segment name to Foreplay. That'd be really funny. Yeah, just like that though, like the number 4 and then play.
Go SpongeBob! Go SpongeBob! Go SpongeBob!
Sorry.
Just met a Sponginator.
Oh shit, boys, might make it out of hell alive. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Might make it out of hell. See what happens in Big Ball Land. And it looks like we are losing a lot of time. I probably should just reload the level, honestly. Yeah, like that one. Yeah, that's not bullshit or anything. I missed it 3 times and I lost like 15 seconds because of that. That's not bullshit. No, that's just the way the trick's supposed to work, right? Fun. The purple shiny object is a trigger that ends the challenge for you. It's a debug tool left in the game. Alright, that wasn't like the worst thing in the world, but this run's still not very good. Very, very sketchy.
Looks like the robot left itself vulnerable. Great barrier reef. Ooh, that's gotta sting.
This cruise boost is definitely a little bit slow.
Now the robot's taking a beating out there. The robot better change tactics and fast.
Oh no, this fucking bug. Oh
What's up, God? How you doing? Yeah, those cruise boosts weren't good.
Robot's losing its head. What a shocking takedown by Patrick.
Even if it doesn't get a PB, it's a potential route PB. It's not a big deal.
Oh, nice flying, edge move by Patrick.
Yeah, it's over. Why did he not fucking move? Fucking did not budge when I pulled to the right with the control stick. Did not budge at all. Fucking awesome, man. Fucking great. Did not even fucking move at all. Like, why even put a control stick on the controller if it's just gonna fucking do that? Why even have a control stick? Why even fucking have a control stick? The only thing that causes that to fucking miss is a controller issue. Like a dropped input, or like the analog stick being shit. Like there's nothing about that trick that I can fuck up unless my controller gives me problems. It's legit unmissable. Thanks, man.
Nice move by SpongeBob. This match is just
Waste.
about over.
Another waste of a run.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that's not fucking bullshit. Great.
Hey,
My fucking birthday so many fucking times.
What a fucking horrible jellyfish fields. Oh, come on, dude. It's really gonna go down like this. It's really gonna fucking go down like this. I always miss that fucking thing, too. It's not even surprising anymore. Fuck you. Yeah, of course. Of course, man. Of course. Awesome. I lost even more time than I did in my fucking route PB. Like, however that's possible. It fucking happens, so. Cool.
Sponge wearing 5 pairs of underwear coming through. They serve food
Fuck
here,
off.
yes, but they don't serve love.
So that's
Bubble buddy.
What in the world just fucking happened?
It feels so shitty getting that sock, dude.
Oh, what a fucking joke!
What's up?
Oh my god!
What's going on, party people? That loses more, actually. I think that actually loses more time.
Oh.
I think I should do Squid's house instead. Like, I just got a 49, right? Maybe it can be lower, it's like a 48 point something. That's still 6 seconds slower. I think I'd save more time doing Squid's house. I should actually do that instead. Okay, I think I'm losing an entire second from that.
For heavens!
Very fun. Very fun. You did it, dude. You did it again. You fucking nailed it. You nailed it again. Congratulations. Congratulations on nailing it once again. Congratulations. What a fucking terrible run. Every fucking run ends the same way. Every single one of these runs ends with a fucking 54-10. One way or another, I lose over a minute. I'm getting really fucking tired of this. I'm getting so fucking tired of this already. Every fucking run ends with a 54-10. Doesn't matter how far ahead it is, it'll always go back to 54-10.
The robot better change tactics and fast.
Fucking miss rock skip, lose like 10 plus seconds to GCC. Doesn't matter how it happens, it will happen.
Be able to neutralize the giant
Fuck off, you cunt. Get out of here. Fucking get out of here.
We lost that round, but it's not over yet. You get ready for the next one.
Fuck off, kid.
Oh, that actually worked. This fucking character, man. Fuck that one. Is there water? Yes! First try, baby. Okay, second try.
Strangely worked.
Ah.
In order for me to
I spent like 8 minutes trying to do this.
I just need to do this a bunch of times in a row.
Fuck, I thought I had that consistent.
All 4 of those emotes had the same energy.
Fuck me, dude. I know, we can tell. But like, why? Is it because I'm jumping late enough?
What's up, Pubix? Same shit, different day. Have a run this 52 pace, leaving fast nut, and I throw everything away. Same story.
Get the fuck up, dude. Why? I gotta get it.
Same diaper, different day. Yeah, that's nasty. Like,
Kill myself, dude.
same diaper, different day. What's up, Legend of Zelda 7? How's it going? I just keep getting the same shitty run, man. It's really annoying. Yeah, he's the one, yeah. What's up, DBN? How you doing, man? Yeah, I'm getting better at that. Sometimes it takes like one to kind of get myself like in the right spot.
Welcome to the...
Look at this, guys. We're doing better. We're climbing up. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna fill my water jug and get some.
No way. I thought that was what you were supposed to do. Oh, there's
sucks, man. Everyone's waiting for that shit to happen, though. Everyone's waiting. I think Nyker has been the closest, hasn't he? Oh, you should have seen me in September. I lost a low 54. My PB was like a 54-54 or something like that. I lost like a 54-14 to the cage. Just missed it like 8 times in a row and lost my run. It's fucking unbelievable. I don't think so. I think that 139 in SM64 was. Odyssey's like nowhere close, honestly. Yeah. Like Odyssey's big, but it's nowhere near Mario 64 in peak viewership and like hype. That game has been around forever, and like sometimes on like record paces, you see like Cheese averaging like 10,000 views or some shit. It was on 139 pace back in the day. When this game went sub 1, it had like 500 viewers though. It was pretty big for how small the game was. I mean, for this game having like 40 runners or 50 runners when this shit happened, it was pretty fucking anticipated for how small the game was. Like 500 viewers for this small of a game is pretty nuts. Back in 2016. People were dogpiling in to watch this game. It's pretty remarkable.
Oh shit.
But yeah. This game is still tiny. Still a baby game. Maybe in the future people will pile in to watch records, who knows?
Oh.
What's up?
Yikes! Looks like SpongeBob's in for a rough ride.
Feels so good to get shit done and just not have to worry about it. That's the problem, is like I procrastinate so much that I don't get anything done. I'm just completely unproductive. When I finally get it done, I can just, you know, do what I want. That's what I'm saying, like school affects my mentality so much. When I get out of it, I'm just gonna have so much more fun. Like, I feel like I'm under a lot of pressure to PB right now because I have to practice for pace really soon. I graduate in May. It's like 2 months from now.
Now I can wear 4 pairs of underwear.
What is Sandy going to do to get SpongeBob unfrozen?
Flex on the dropouts. I mean, I should have dropped out, we're gonna be honest. I just, you know, I didn't want to waste my money.
Alright.
Yeah, it feels good that I like have closure to my education. Like, it just feels shitty being the one kid in high school not going to college, or like the one kid who dropped out or whatever. Like, I actually have closure to say, like, if I ever wanted to go back for my master's, I could just get paid by a company if I ever work for somebody. So it's just nice knowing that. Feels like I finished, you know? Feels like I made it. It's a really good feeling because my entire life, since I was 4 years old, I always hated school. I always say it's like highly unfortunate that I'm good at it. Because if I weren't good at it, I wouldn't have made it this far. Pretty much.
That does it. SpongeBob is back in the fight. Oh, that's gotta sting.
Yeah. Don't worry, Einstein failed fraction class too, so you could also be a super genius. Lay the foundation for hydrogen bombs and shit. Yeah, it's okay. You're a fucking lazy piece of shit. You can't figure out how to do fractions when you're in like high school. Don't worry. You could be a genius too.
It looks like SpongeBob has an opportunity here.
Oh, of course college isn't for everybody. I mean, I hated college. I always wanted to just do this. I just think that, like, if you can't do algebra, unless you have a learning disability, obviously that's different. But there are just some people who are like, I'm bad at math, I can't do algebra. But they don't have like any learning disability or like anything. They're just not motivated. It's fucking stupid. Well, it's not like I knew I was gonna be a full-time streamer before I got into college. Like, I went to college because I had above a 4.0 GPA. I had a very bright future ahead of me, but I was 100% sure about what I wanted to do. But then I got into streaming while I was in college, and then I decided I wanted to do this. It happens. I couldn't have predicted this would have happened. Like, remember, I've only been streaming for 3 years. It's not like I started streaming like 10 years ago. Like, I've been streaming for 3 years of my life.
Buddy.
You know what I mean? Like, failing a high school math class, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Like you could have tried a little bit harder, you know? Like, there are people who do the fucking Olympics without legs, man. People complain about, like, adding and subtracting. Because there's this stupid culture, like, stigma that math equals hard. Yeah, it's fucking dumb. Yeah, I was born in 1996. Their aptitude tests. They test, you know, your potential. Your ability to think outside the box. They're designed to not be hard if you're, you know, I guess, I don't know, your problem-solving skills are good.
I actually just botched the jumps. I literally had the perfect fucking speed boost. I should have a really good, it's like really good, actually. I think I probably like first ride this.
fuck off.
Great Barrier Reef!
Ah. Yeah. I don't know what I had, like, in high school. Yo, MTC, thank you for the Twitch Prime, man. Welcome aboard. Welcome back, actually. My bad, I'm a dumbass. When I was like in early high school, I had like some kind of an attitude problem where I just did not want to learn shit. I don't know what my problem was. I legit was fucking difficult as hell. So, I guess like, I kind of cared about my future, but only enough to like get things done that were like immediately in front of me. Like I would get good grades in school because there were immediate stakes, but I didn't really understand the importance of caring about the SAT because I was a dumbass. So my mom like signed me up for it. And I slept through like the majority of it. I don't even know what I got on that one, but it was really fucking bad, I'm sure. But I took it again because I realized my senior year the importance of actually getting a high score on that, so I took it again.
Why did I get this?
What's it called? Like at the last possible moment before I started applying to colleges, like fall of 2014. Yeah, I was a senior, fall 2014. So I took it again, and I actually tried that time. And I got a 2000, and back then like it was at 2400, so 2000 was actually like not bad. So that was able to get me into a bunch of schools that I liked, but really like my SAT score was like not that great, but my my essay carried a lot of weight. My like individual essays and like major college app essay, they carried a shit ton of weight for me. Because like more than half the colleges got back to me, they're like, yeah, we thought your writing was good, we wanted you in. That's pretty much it. Like, it just 100% carried me. Like, I had a really good GPA, a decent SAT score. My writing score was like a 780. And that was the year that they curbed. It's like, if you missed one question, you lost like 20 points or whatever. So, you go from 800 to 780. So, I got one question wrong. So, I didn't get a perfect score. But my math score was like, I think my math score was like in the middle, and my reading score was the worst one. I just hate reading, dude. It's so fucking boring. I only enjoy reading stuff that I care about. Like, to this day, I still don't read books for school. I still fake that shit. I'm a senior in college.
Same though.
Like, I read stuff for my major because I enjoy it, but like, if I'm in like a history class, I ain't fucking reading that shit. I got so many better things to do with my time. Yeah, I was in like the 500s for reading and writing, and I was like upper 700s for writing. Wait, did I just say the same thing twice? I meant to say I was in like the 500s for reading and math, and I was in like the really high percentile for writing. And then with the essay, I guess colleges are like, all right, this guy can write. He's good for something. Let's let him give us our money. That's pretty much what they said, probably. This guy is able to write, and he's taking business classes, so he'll probably be fine. But yeah, I mean, my reading comprehension has always been like subpar. I'm just so lazy. I don't like care about reading shit. I like writing stuff. I like rereading the stuff that I write to make it better, but I skim everything just because I just cannot focus on reading. It's just one of my worst subjects. Like, obviously I was still, like, worst to me is like, you know, I was still doing fine, but I was very, very, very bored, and I struggled a lot with procrastinating whenever it came to reading subjects. Like, struggling for me is more of like getting something started than it is finishing it, you know? my struggle in school has always been getting something started. Like this whole week, I was procrastinating reading this book. And I was like, I was gonna stream twice a day this week, but this fucking book that I had to read ruined my entire week because I just procrastinated the whole thing. I actually slept for 16 hours one of these days because I was procrastinating so hard. I tried audiobooks, I tried like, actually reading it, and I just did not make it past the first page. It's so bad. I just fall asleep, dude. My brain just shuts down when I read stuff. But it's sad because like I'm a really fucking good reader, but I cannot fuck myself to read anything that I don't care about. It's like school is my actual bane of existence because it just tells me what to do and I don't want to fucking do it. If it's anything but school, I'm like extremely enthusiastic to read about it and learn, but I just can't be fucked with school, man. I've never liked being told what to do. That's why I know if I work for somebody, I'd just be unproductive and shitty. I just fall asleep on the job and get nothing done. I can't be fucked and do anything for anybody but myself. ADHD is not a disability. It's just a different way of thinking. People just don't understand what it is and how it works. Like it's weird because kids with ADHD are just kind of like taught like the wrong way. Like they don't. You gotta kind of learn how to behave on your own, you know. Like you go one of two paths. Get the fuck out of here. Are you looking at this shit right now? This fucking RNG. Did you watch any of that just now? What the fuck was that? Anyway, you go one of two paths when you have ADHD. You take medication, you never learn how to deal with it. Or you learn how to deal with it on your own. And unfortunately, if you have a low IQ and ADHD, you know, you probably need like medication. But if you're smart and you have it, like you can't let the school system tell you you're not smart. You just have to figure it out on your own. Good run, man. Good run, guys. Good run. Good run, guys.
I'd like to get minus 37.
Bravo.
I'll go to get 3 hours.
Yeah, like ADHD is not related to intelligence. Just, you know, you can be dumb with ADHD, you can be smart with ADHD. But as soon as you start using it as an excuse or let other people make excuses for you, you pretty much already given up. You pretty much already given up at that point. I just did a bowling shot. That's what that was. Yeah, like I can't really just play this game without talking or reading something or doing anything on the side because it would drive me insane. I'd play worse probably.
Yeah, I played this clean as hell.
It's honestly better. I prefer the way I think because it's really, really nice for multitasking stuff. But it's also cursed because, like, if you're not multitasking, you feel like you're wasting time. It's really weird. I'll be talking to like 5 different people at the same time, but it's because I can't like focus on the same conversation. It's like people think I'm like ignoring them or not listening to what they're saying, but I'm probably doing like 3 other things at once. Double miss ledge grab, boys. My favorite. What's on the menu today? Oh, you know, double miss sledge grab. Yeah, Jordan Peele. I did not know that he was director. I thought he was just a comedian. I mean, low IQ is a meme, dude. Wow, that's fucking bullshit. Don't take it so seriously. It's literally a joke. But if we're gonna be real, like, average IQ is low IQ nowadays because there's so many people in the world. Like, odds are, like, the most successful people are gonna have at least above average IQ. Like, it's average because so many people exist, you know. That's not my point though. Like, it's still a meme nonetheless. It's just, you know, low IQ. It's a joke. Shouldn't take jokes seriously. Yeah, IQ is stupid in the first place because you just, you know, you can't make an unbiased test, especially for like the age. Like, it's supposed to get more difficult as you get older, the test, and I'm sure there's a sweet spot where if you take it at a certain age, it's easier than the other ages. Like, it all depends on like where you are developmentally. You can be really smart at the age of like 14 and just stop. You know, you can just treat yourself like shit and not become smarter as you get older. There's always a sweet spot. And it's still a fucking test anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's not everybody's choice who, like, how you get raised or what kind of parents you have, but I still don't think that the solution is being nice and understanding of everybody. Like, you can't just be nice to everybody. Like, if you're just nice to everybody, you're gonna have a lot of shitty people running around. That's why I can't stand this like safe space culture where people who are obviously, you know, doing something that makes you uncomfortable, like, you can't say anything to them. Like, if someone's fucking pissing you off, you're the asshole if you say something. Because they're never gonna learn. They're just gonna go around pissing people off. Next thing you know, like, I mean, you got all these kids who are just on their phones all the time. Like, not interacting with people. You have a bunch of socially unaware people, like, 20 years from now running around. I mean, holding doors to people. I thought that was just like a thing people do, but more and more I see like kids just not holding doors. It's just fucking weird. It's like the little things like that.
That was a ton of fun. I should do it again sometime. Hello to my little
I think that people's reading comprehension skills are like better than ever, probably, because there's a lot of, like, you don't realize how much you're reading. You're reading a lot. You're reading right now, actually. If you're in my chat, you are. Just that people's attention spans are lower, that's all. So it's the baby boomers who are like, my kids can't read. It's like, no, your kids don't want to read. They'd rather be doing something more fun. Because life is so much better than it was when you grew up. And the most interesting thing you had to do was read a book. When I was a kid, we had to do this. Like, yeah, life kind of sucked like 50 years ago. There are so many more interesting things now. The key to success is not letting the interesting things that are, you know, because the world is as fun as it's ever been. This is the most fun the world has ever been to live in right now. You just can't let the fun things distract you from doing what you have to do. Because it's so enticing. And that's why so many people just end up, you know, flopping. They don't do anything with their lives because it's just too much fun to do all this shit. So you need to discipline yourself really hard to get by.
Oh shit. So that wouldn't work.
It's just life now because the world is so much more competitive. It's the same reason why speedrunning, like, obviously speedrunning is only competitive to some people, but like competitive speedrunners who play like the most popular games, like SMO for example, is like one of the most competitive games right now. Maybe like 5 years ago, some of the most popular games, like maybe when our sister Wright was playing like Zelda games, and she could like flop between like a bunch of Zelda games and still be top level in all of them. At least from my understanding, but you can't really do that anymore. Like for anything competitive, like you're not gonna be on the top if you just like play a bunch of different shit, you know? Like it's fun if your goal is to stay the best at like Mario 64 or something though. Like when Cheese stops playing Mario 64 for OT, it's not because he's like sick of the game, it's because he needs like a refresher, like a break to see clearly when he comes back. Like some people everybody deals with the wall differently. Like some people just like take their eyes off the game to come back and try to realize something new. Some people just power through it. Like that's how I play. I just power through everything. It's the same thing, like there are so many speedrunners now that like people just kind of have their own like domains. People are specialists in everything now.
Wait, I'm thinking of the other one. I had to go to the front.
This game looks way easier than it is because people are just so brain dead. They think that everything is all about like flips and kicks and dives and how cool movement looks, but like people don't realize, like even for like Mario games, like you know that was like intentional. Like it's programmed to be accessible. Like even though it looks cool, it's like Spider-Man. You know, it's like the movement in that game, at least as far as I've gone, is not really that hard to pick up. It looks way cooler than this, but it's still designed so people can do it. You know. Like, this is like the most finicky game I've ever played. It just looks like it's, you know, it looks like it's stiff, but it's really not. You know how hard it is to get your movement to look stiff in this game? It takes fucking forever to walk in a straight line. It's just weird. It's probably one of the weirdest games I've played, but it hits like all the right notes for me, where I like everything about it so much that I just can't play anything else. It's just so much fucking fun for me.
I'm actually a big
It's got like everything I want in a game pretty much. like even pause clipping is like fun for me because my mashing is really fast, and I used to enjoy strumming in Guitar Hero. It has like pretty much everything I like. It's weird. And it wasn't anything like this when I first picked it up either, you know, it was just like pretty fun. But over time, like, even like back in 2017, I was like, yeah, this game's pretty good. I like it a lot, but it's probably not my favorite game. But now I'm like 100% confident this is my favorite game. Like, over the years, just gotten so much more fun. I didn't always say like, this is my favorite game, you know. A few years ago, I would definitely not have said that. I think I came to the realization like in late 2018 that like this game is amazing and it's so much fun to play.
Oh, that's wrong.
I wasn't always like, you know. People think I'm stubborn and won't like open my mind to other games, but it's really that I'm very critical of this game. I criticize a lot of things about this game because I want to motivate myself to make those things better. Like find a route that makes the game more fun to play. I just want everything about this game to be better, just to make it more fun to play for myself and everybody else. Like it doesn't have to be this way. Like doing ballroom casually, doing prawn fight casually, like semi-casually, drain the lake. You know, it doesn't have to be this way. You can change it. This game always had the potential to be great. It just didn't really start to happen until last year. I've always said this game has the potential to be one of the hardest speedruns though. As soon as I started to understand how the engine works in 2016, like even with like the one frame stuff, I'm like, wow, there's so much potential for this one frame shit. Like you can pretty much use it anywhere. And eventually the meta is going to evolve to the point where you're just doing them non-stop, and the only thing you're going to lose your run to are these tricks. While I was half joking when I said that, it ended up being right. It's literally what the game is now. It's just one frame in the game. How many one frames can you get in one run? That's pretty much it. Like as funny as it sounded, it ended up being right. But it doesn't take a smart person to predict that though. Like, it's pretty obvious if you looked at like how much potential there is to use shit like that. It's everywhere. Like there are gaps across everywhere, and there are things you can hurt yourself with everywhere. That's all it takes to do that trick. Attacking this game is very simple. Like there are only a few different like skill trees that these things like kind of branch from, like cruise boosting, elbowing, and
You gotta be shit.
you know, like stuff like that. They all come from the same branch of skill, but they're just so different. It's so weird. It's so easy to like pick it up and understand how it works, but mastering it is fucking nearly impossible. Yeah, because like older people, they think that like being respectful is like, they think that because they're older they demand respect, you know. It's like, you should be more respectful of my opinions because I've been around for longer than you. But it's like with the amount of information that's like circulating around, like you have 20-year-olds that are like not wiser but way smarter than like 40-year-olds and 50-year-olds nowadays. You get information just so readily available. I mean, I'm a dumbass. I'm not saying I'm smarter than anybody. I specialize in like 3 things: like streaming, speedrunning, and I guess like health. Those are the 3 things I know how to do. Those are the 3 things I need to know how to do because that's all I fucking care about. I guess I'm pretty okay at school, enough to be able to graduate.
Bro, I'm gonna graduate.
Like when I have a boomer come and tell me like, oh well, you know, you don't know how to cook a roast and you're 22 years old. It's like, no, because I could fucking go to the grocery store and buy one already cooked for me for, you know, that costs less time, less money, less skill that I have to build up to do it, less risk because somebody who's paid to cook chicken can just cook it for me, and I don't have to risk getting salmonella all over my kitchen. You know, there are so many benefits of just the collaborative economy. and you know, paying people to do small jobs for you. You have more time to focus on perfecting your craft. That's why the world is so much more interesting. Because people are so specialized now. It makes everything so much more fun. Twitch is a direct result of that. Like, people have so much free time
I'm missing one.
to play video games to the point where
Well, what am I missing?
video games became skillful enough to be watchable. That's the reason why Twitch exists. Because the world is so much more fun now than it was like 20 years ago.
It's me at 55, right?
There's always something to fucking absorb.
What am I missing?
And memes are like a direct result of like more cultural communication. The fact that there's like a new meme every month and it just dies in a week, it just goes to show like how fast the world moves and how interesting it is to be on this planet right now. Yeah, well, like, it's not even like back in the day,
Oh shit.
getting your ass kicked for wearing the wrong clothes, and like, looking at someone funny. I think that's actually healthier than the new age bullying where you bully people for their grades and like what colleges they go to. Like, that's extremely unhealthy because everybody just wants to be a fucking scholar now. Everybody wants to be a scholar, then nobody's gonna be fixing your stove, you know. No one's gonna be fixing your car. I'm probably never gonna learn how to fix a car. I have no interest in it. I'll just pay someone to do it. Somebody who's more passionate about it and better than I could ever be will do a better job. You know? Like, I'm not trying to be the best at everything. I'm not insecure about myself. I fucking suck at everything except for this. Like, this is the only thing I'm good at. That's the only thing I need to be good at. I don't care. Like, what do I have to prove? I'm just trying to live my life everybody else is, you know? I don't care.
Okay.
Don't bother me. Like, you need to learn how to fix a heater someday. It's like, no, I will call somebody and they will do it for me. That's how the world works now. I'm 2 clicks away from having a mechanic at my house. It's like, don't you want to be more dependent? It's like, yes, I can call somebody on my phone. That's pretty dependent. It's not like I'm asking somebody to call someone. It's like completely on you. It's like specialists exist. You don't have to live on your own anymore. The world is so big. You really think that like you're gonna be the best at something just because you know, like, you're the best in your neighborhood or whatever? It's like, it's humbling. People are just humble nowadays. You know, there's somebody out there who's always better than them at whatever it is. You can always hire somebody who do a better job. It's just a matter of being able to find the right people. You can't isolate yourself. You have to like meet people, get recommendations. Like, I would never just like walk into a chiropractor and be like, "Yo, fix me." You gotta like know the right people, like the right tree of people to like give recommendations for recommendations.
Ah, I hate this. Don't know this about something. I don't know what this is gonna do. It's certainly it's not. It's still gonna be worse.
It's like the only thing that boomers think about is like taxes and like the house they live in. I don't know, because like when people talk about like moving because the taxes are too high, like you realize that like all your progress, like you've been settling in this area your entire like past like 20-30 years. You have all these doctors, you have all these, you know, you have all these friends, you have this life that you're so used to. But you're just gonna, like, to save a little bit of money, you're just gonna fucking move to like a lower quality area to save money. Like, are you fucking serious? Like, people are like, are you gonna stay in Jersey? The taxes are so high. It's like, yeah, well, because we have pretty damn good education, we have pretty damn good doctors, we have a lot of jobs here. There's a reason why taxes are high. Like, taxes are lower in less desirable areas. I guess it depends on what you need, but I can't imagine like ditching my doctors just to get lower tax rates. Like, obviously it depends, but people who just like weigh money as their only factor for living somewhere, like, there's so much more that goes into it. Just that. I never even owned a house, and I can tell you that. So people just, all they care about is saving money. You're gonna die anyway. If you die with $1,000 to your name, you know, who cares? I don't fucking care about money. If I can live doing this, as long as I can live without like being like a college student forever, like living like a college student would suck. If I can get to the point where I can eat out like every day, which is actually like a very high, like I don't have to live that way, but it's like all I really care about is just like streaming, having someone cook my meals for me. Like, anything else I really don't care too much. Just living in a safe area, being able to eat out every day, to keep it more, like, a little bit more interesting and less monotonous than, like, cooking for yourself and stuff like that. And being able to stream, like, that's all I really care about. I don't really care about anything else.
The robot better change tactics and back.
Getting so
The old clothesline move.
I mean, I could try Squidward's
Just keeping up with the Joneses, you know. Oh, look at them. They're paying this tax rate, and I'm paying this tax rate. I have to go move over to where they're living so I can pay the lower tax rate.
The old clothesline move. Oh, nice flying.
Like, if you can't afford to eat, like, yeah, of course you gotta fucking move, but there are some people who legit have plenty of money, like they're living comfortably, and they'll just pick up and leave because they want to save money for taxes when they already have enough money. Like, it's just so weird. I don't understand that at all. It's like, you're not struggling. Why are you trying to change your life to this extent? You gotta find all new doctors, man. It's just, it really, that's what it is. Like, it's so, like, streaming really opened my eyes to how generous humanity can be. I mean, that's the entire job relies on generosity and understanding, like how much a person needs, like, those $5 a month to really just, like, survive if they want to do this full time. It really teaches you, like, how much, like, your little contribution counts, like, how much it matters to somebody. Like, before then, it was just, like, life to me was just, like, you gotta get the right grades to get the right job. You gotta live in the right house so you don't pay the wrong taxes and whatnot. There's just so much more than that.
Nice move by SpongeBob. This match is just about over.
Like, healthcare is a nationwide issue, so we're not even gonna talk about that. Let's not talk about healthcare, please. So that's not like it's not, I mean, it's, no, we're just not gonna do that. That's becoming political. I don't think it's political to talk about greed and stupid cultural things that survived past the fucking 20th century somehow. I'm a very optimistic person when it comes to like, I believe that the world is becoming a better place gradually. If the world doesn't blow up in the next 20 years, we're probably going to achieve world peace eventually.
That's quite optimistic.
I really don't think that, like, it's going to be that bad of a place to live for much longer. I love losing runs to this 15-second one frame. It's my favorite thing to do on a fucking Saturday afternoon. The boomers.
No, I can't believe I didn't make it up there. Fuck. Glad I got that first try.
Like, I've met so many great people on this website. And I've met so many more good people in my college and my community that, and I really can't see. I think people need to cut out the fucking, like, the stupid safe space culture, but other than that, I think the world's doing just fine. I don't think that safe space culture would exist if people weren't, like, inherently assholes, though. So maybe as people just stop having the motivation to be assholes, like, maybe it'll simmer down. Because there's a very big difference between making a joke and bullying somebody. But nowadays, people think that making a joke is bullying. Missing 3 one frames and losing your run. Cool.
Oh my god.
That's the one that pisses me off. The people they're so context blind and sensitive. I can't stand people who are context blind. Like the way you use a word. You can't say any word now that could possibly be interpreted the wrong way. Yeah, I don't put up with that shit. Like there was a kid in this community a while back who was like involved with like the doxing and shit. That like made like lists of people's information and like put it out everywhere. And then like what do you know, he starts playing victim and everything, but everybody feels sorry for him. It's like you still did what you did. Like we're not gonna forget about that, you know? It's like everybody's last resort is just playing victim. Like, why do people still fucking fall for it? I don't get it. It's just manipulative.
Very well. Your hope.
The victim card is like low-key an excuse to get revenge on people who hurt your feelings. It's not even like, leave me alone. Stop making fun of me. It's like, it's obviously like, oh, I want to get back at this person because they made me feel sad. So it just comes down to like, who cares? Like, people could say mean shit about me on my stream. I still go to bed like not even remembering their names. People just take shit so seriously nowadays. Yeah, but like people don't even own up to mistakes nowadays. They just they try to like water it down and be like, oh yeah, I only did this. I was involved in this, but I didn't actually do it. Just to like try to convince people that they didn't actually do it, but they did. And you know, as soon as it breaks, as soon as the evidence surfaces that you were involved with it or you did do this thing, people are gonna know. And they're not gonna trust you anyway, so why not just come clean about it? You can't fool people. People aren't that stupid.
So what am I, 65, 18?
So that's one.
Now I can wear 4 pairs of underwear.
And by lying to people and trying to manipulate them, you're only showing that you haven't changed either.
I think 7700 today.
The graveyard.
What?
You've just met the Spongeinator.
What about money though?
Say hello to my little friend.
Clancy Brown and BFBB, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, let's go. You know what? That's what we should do. We should make a petition to get Clancy Brown to redo all the voice lines of Mr. Krabs in this game, and then make a port with the source code to re-engineer the game to put him in the game. That'd be a really funny petition. Like, even if it doesn't work, that'd be hilarious. We get Clancy Brown to acknowledge the petition. That could be so easily done with Dolphin too. You don't even need the source code. That'd be hilarious if we got that done. I feel like that's something that, like, if you notice it, that'd be like a realistic thing that can happen though. Like, you give him all the voice lines and give him all the sound bites of Mr. Krabs and he just redoes all of them. That'd be funny. Somebody make it happen.
Error in triplicate.
Dipey?
That was a weird film, honestly. We should probably do Let's try that again. Almost pressed the bubble button. Just fucking do it.
Pushing a single button is the most satisfying.
I don't know.
Push,
I don't know.
push, push, push.
don't think that most people are inherently bad. I think that people are just insecure, and I think they have something to prove to somebody. Like, it usually comes down to that, is that somebody has something to prove, and they're so selfish that they're willing to do anything to anybody to get that. If people were just happier, they wouldn't be assholes. But like when you want to do something for the sake of proving a point, like that's the only motivation, is to prove a point. Like, not only are you not going to accomplish that goal, you're also making yourself miserable and everybody else around you miserable. So just stop. Yeah, Squidward. We're saving 5 seconds later. It's the same thing. I'm just not gonna have to do the stupid thing in Dutchman's. Very cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Oh, this run is fucking AIDS. Oh yeah, this run is fucking mega AIDS. I want this game to succeed, so if you want me to succeed, help this game succeed. Oh no. That was kind of sketchy. It'll only be huge someday if you guys play it and enjoy it. You gotta find your way of enjoying it. Like, this is what I mean, is that I genuinely believe this game has something for everybody who likes gaming. You just have to figure out what it is. It could be any of the 7 categories. It could be anything like to do with it, like glitch hunting. writing stuff up about it, you know, helping people learn, making content, anything. But I think this community has something to offer everybody. You can be more than just like a viewer. Even though viewership is like what is keeping this game supported. Like if you ever wanted to do something more, you always can try. We're not gonna ever shut you down. Modding is a good one. That's a big one. Modding is a really big one. We still don't have any like ongoing projects of people making like ISO hacks, like a full game, like a full remade game, and there actually is the potential for that now. Melee is much more fascinating to me as a community and a game for its mechanics. But I can understand why some people prefer Smash Ultimate. I could never understand why people preferred Smash 4. I think people who preferred Smash 4 over Melee just really tried to justify it very hard, but I can see why some people like Smash Ultimate more than Melee. Because Smash Ultimate's actually a well-made game.
Losing so much time right now.
It's only now that people are admitting that Smash 4 sucked, by the way. People would fight for that shit. Usually ending with the comment, oh well, I like it. It's like, alright, well, talk to you later. See you. Yeah, I think that Smash Ultimate is headed in the right direction. It's obviously not the best game ever made, nor is any Smash game the best game ever made, because Smash overall is a little bit overrated nowadays, I think. I think it's past its peak. But it's still fascinating to see some of those games still get played after, you know, decades. This community is really big too, and it can be bigger. Like, you don't have to be a runner. I think that running is the most fun thing, but that's just my opinion. Like, you can do plenty of other things too.
I'm actually griefing. I'm actually fucking griefing.
You should at least try to cruise boost. Like, cruise boosting is so much fun. You just get a file where everything's unlocked and you just cruise boost in every level. You just explore everything. The most fun thing is exploring stuff with cruise boosting, that like parts of the game you've never seen before, because we skip so much of this game. You hardly see any of it really. Yeah, that's another thing too. It's like people who like the movie game is a whole different target audience. It sucks that movie's a bad speedrun, because, you know, even as a side game, that would really help this game a lot. Bring more people to the channel. Because I cannot fuck myself to play that game as a speedrun. It's just really that bad. I'm not even just like saying that because I don't like the game. Like, it's really just that bad. It's unfortunate that it is though, because it'd be great for you know, like supplementary content. I wish it were better, but it's unfortunate that it's not. I don't really know Fearsome Fire too much, but he seems like a nice guy. I've talked to him a couple of times. I don't really know him too well. I know, like, I know Chaos quite a bit. Nitro I've known for a while. The SMO community. I'm starting to talk to Curbs a little bit more.
Oh shit.
There are a bunch of cool people in that community. Thank Christ that worked.
Wait, what? Alright, well, my splits are pretty good up until Graveyard, honestly. Up until
The fact that movie crashes though puts the icing on the cake for reasons why I would never fucking touch that game.
True.
I played this game thousands of times. Thousands and thousands of times, and I've never crashed in the middle of a run, ever. Like, why would you even start the timer in a game that can crash, man? Just for no reason. Like, obviously there are crashes that can happen if you fuck up for some games, but I would never run a game that has the potential to just randomly crash. Fuck that. I don't care what it is, I would not fucking do that. Yeah, I've crashed like... The only time I've crashed outside of like a hardware error for loading something in this game, like on a, like off of the memory for like a save file. So it was like randomly in Bikini Bottom, that's it. That's the only time I've really crashed in this game ever. Yeah, that's you. Like the modders who look into the game's code, they all say that like movie is so much worse made in this game, like as far as coding goes. Which is incredible because you would have thought they had it right the first time, but they just didn't. Like the people who took up that project did not know what they were doing. It's because the lead software dev in this game is a fucking god. He put in like 60-hour work weeks for an entire year to make this shit happen. And the one thing he worked on in that game was Neptune. Actually, it's a fun fact. The only thing he worked on in movie was Neptune. I don't think he was the lead guy for that game, which would make sense. Maybe he didn't put as much time into it. But yeah, movie is really just a tragedy. It's a tragedy because it could have been so much better. True to Square is a bigger tragedy though. Have you seen the trailers for that game? It looks like this game really. And they just like scrapped it for some reason. It was almost BFBB 2. We've been so close to BFBB 2 like 2 or 3 times. Just hasn't happened yet. Where they just reuse this game's amazing engine and make a good game.
You gotta be shitting me.
It's probably never gonna happen
It
now.
fucking lagged. No way. My game fucking lagged, so I couldn't fucking bubble ball. That's astonishing. Oh my god, I gotta do this shit.
Yeah, the end boss fight in that game looks like Scuffed Creature from the Krusty Krab. Oh no. This run is fucking AIDS. I'm resetting.
SpongeBob, you fucking. Did it just
Yeah,
work?
that's the thing, is like people don't realize how shitty it is being a game dev. Like a lot of times the people with the ideas aren't even the ones who are doing the code. People are just like, I want to grow up and make video games. Like, do you really? You want to grow up and play video games, not make them. Like, you just want the finished product, you don't want to actually make them. It's so funny that like anybody could just fucking buy Unity Engine and just be like, yeah, I'm a game dev. It's like, really? It's like anybody can develop a game now. It's like having a title of speedrunner. It's like, yeah, I'm a speedrunner. It's like, oh man, you must have been grinding for years, man, if you're a speedrunner. Put thousands of hours into the game. I can't stand people who brag about being game devs when they just fucking own Unity Engine and they just drag and drop shit. It's just fucking silly. They have no aspiration to do it professionally. They just do it for fun. They're like, yeah. Like, you have no idea what it's like to be a game dev, man. Like, do your thing. But as soon as you start comparing yourself to other people, like, you can just stop. Like, nobody asked for a comparison. If you're making a game, like, if you can't compare yourself. It's like playing Little League and comparing yourself to a professional baseball player. It's like nobody asked for that comparison. You don't have to make it.
I'm actually just. What do you mean?
That's the ticket. Close encounters of the painful
Yo, Ben,
kind.
thank you for the 2 months. Welcome back, dude.
SpongeBob is back in the fight.
Enjoy the show.
That does it. SpongeBob is back in the fight.
Surprised that worked.
I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess
Is that what it's
SpongeBob
called,
won't be
Seal?
winning that way.
I think I know what you're referring to.
I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. The humanity, or should I say the fishanity? I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. The robots left itself vulnerable. Do-si-do and around you.
Yeah, that's the one.
Jesus.
Yep.
If I didn't have the sound, I was going strictly visual.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned. Close encounters of the painful kind.
No fucking way did I just actually fuck that up. Whatever.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned.
Yeah, that makes sense, Ivan.